Coming to America 2, right? It was called 2?
Coming to America.
Coming to America. Coming to America. Make sure you say your T's and your R's. You know, I've been watching Coming to America since like 1995-ish. I've been watching it a lot. Reruns and things like that. It's like every time I come on, you watch the whole dang movie. So the whole thing with the son, I was like, oh, okay, this is the basic movie about him going to find his son. I love how the wife, what's his wife's name? I can't remember nobody's name. On TV, off TV.
Lisa McDowell.
Lisa McDowell. And
Who you trying to think of?
what's the comedian? His mama. The son's mother. Yeah.
Jones.
She is like a beast. I love her so much. I don't feel like talking about it. I ain't feeling it. I don't want to talk about it no more. Cut. So why did I title? Well, I know why. Black women shitted on by everybody. That's a statement. I've been having a huge issue with transgender women wanting to be women. No, I don't have let me correct that. I don't have a problem with okay, juicy mouth is happening.
You know what? I want you to explain right now what juicy mouth is.
I was just thinking that. How you saying you got juicy mouth and then you drinking something that makes it more juicier? So when I talk, I don't know what happens, but like saliva like comes out more, right? But my mouth be dry, if that makes sense. So I know I have juicy mouth because I start getting like the juices in my mouth, but I need to drink something to not have that happen. So in my mind, I call it juicy mouth.
What was the last word?
Juicy mouth. When I said on the video, juicy mouth it. I think I said it the first time. So I'm gonna correct myself. I don't have a problem with transgender women wanting to be women. I say more power to you. My problem is when trans women want to just like kick real women to the curb and do what they want to do. Like trans women are coming to take us out. They want to be women, and not only want to be women, they're saying, hey, you women, we casting y'all ass out because it is us now. And you know what? The media, the government, everybody supports them. So I understand. First of all, the Biden administration selects a trans woman to be the national woman of the year. What the hell is that? Like the Biden administration, the first lady, I don't even know her name. She appointed a trans, wait, I'm sorry, no. The first lady selected a trans woman to be the National Woman's Representative of the Year for all women. That just don't make no sense to me. The first lady, who is a woman, selects a trans woman to be the face of the National Woman of the Year. That don't even sound right. A woman, a biological woman, is making a trans woman Woman of the Year. So you even putting her before you. I mean, so I get that support. I support the LGBTQI community. I just don't like how they come in for women positions. And I don't like how they being supported for coming for women's positions in the media. Let's talk about it. I said the Biden administration, what they did, that's just horrible. I don't understand why I'm not seeing a lot more like videos of people, of women talking about this, especially black women. I say black women, we get shitted on. I say that because we already low on the totem pole, already. Even under like white, Hispanic, and Chinese women. But now it's bigger because now a white man, majority of white men, they're coming for our positions, and I just hate it. So Brittany Griner, we all know Brittany Griner. She was over in Russia. She got arrested. Our country was fighting to get her back from the Russians, right? So now she's back, and guess what? She's the face of now advocating for trans women, trans girls to play women's sports. I don't think a transgender woman, a transgender girl should be able to play a sport by a woman who's biologically like a woman. They should not get to play sports with us. It's just like the movie Joanna Man. Men, first of all, they're stronger in nature, they're built differently, and the reason why we have men and women sports is because of our different bodies, the what we're capable of. If that's the case, why haven't women been able to play men's sports for all this time? You know why? Because men and women shouldn't compete in different sports together. We'll get hurt, women will get hurt. But now, flip the script. Now that a man chooses to become a trans woman, now they get to come into our sport as a woman and play our sport, and they're gonna dominate. That is not fair. I think that trans women should create their own sport. Look, y'all got enough people supporting y'all, the media, the government, where this can get funded. Create your own sports teams and play against each other. That's the only way it's gonna be fair. I seen a video, an 8th grade track team, and it was a trans girl on the track team. Dominated the whole field. Dominated. It's horrible. The girls don't even have a chance, and everybody was cheering, go, go, go. And I'm looking at these other girls. They're so sad. You know why? Because they don't have a voice anymore. You can't even say anything negative against the transgender community because they gonna come after you, right? But it's okay if they come after us. So back to Brittany Griner. I seen a quote, something like, you should die if you don't think trans women should be in the sports with real women. What? Like, you get to say that? You get to say that. So now she's the perfect advocate coming from Russia. The rumor is she's supposed to be a man. I don't know. I'm just repeating what I heard. It is a rumor, but I say that to help my case, right? If she's a trans woman, she's the perfect person to advocate for trans women playing sports because I has been doing it. Man, let me tell you, if I'm wrong, if she not, I'll say, you know what? Damn, my bad. I messed up. I shouldn't have repeated that. I really don't like rumors, but I think this rumor right here may actually work in my favor in the long run. I just don't think it's fair. I think trans women, create your own sports, play against each other, but I don't support you when you're trying to come for me. Now take it personal. And the last thing, I heard on the news, trans women want to change the term breastfeeding to chest feeding. What the hell is that? Yes, I said that. You telling me it's men out here putting babies to their nipples? So in order for this to even be a subject, that means there are trans women, I'm sorry, I said men earlier, trans women that are actually putting babies up to their nipples and feeding them. Are you freaking kidding me? So no, you don't get to do that. But the fact that it's in the media, the fact that it's a topic, just let y'all know, man, women, they coming for everything we got. And I don't like it. And I think I could support something and don't like how they move in the thing that I support. And I don't like how trans women are moving out here. I think it's disrespectful. And I had to, I was wondering if you was gonna stop. You got questions?
I have a question. So what do you think about an alternate term besides transgender woman? What they eventually want is a non-gender society. Well, that's the overall.
Hell no.
Okay, so hold on. If you think about it, if they were once a man and become a woman, they could call themselves a woman, technically they're not neither at that point because they're not becoming a woman biologically. What do you think? Honestly,
I don't.
Okay, there we go.
I don't. Yeah, I don't think of nothing about it. Whatever. Just stop coming for us. Being where you are. Just like women have to be in our own group and men have to be in their own group and children have to be in their own group. Transgender community should have their own group. And it's not trying to separate shit. Let's not talk about separation and not being a part of a whole bunch of shit. But I'm just saying, I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. But I bet you, if somebody comes up with it like that and they're not a transgender person, they're gonna get slayed, but it's something that they should think about. It seems like everything that's suggested for them, if they don't agree, they get to have a big old microphone and shout it to the world and everybody listens. And then you have different things that women go through and you try to talk, man, it's horrible. Put the noose around our fucking neck, right? Because what else you gonna do to us? What else? Damn. Yeah. So did I answer your question?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Godzilla versus, first of all, I don't like Godzilla. He looked nasty, reptile-ish and all that. I'm King Kong all the way.
Okay.
It's kind of just not like a normal thing that a woman can be in love with like an animal. Like, I love King Kong. You know why? Because he represents the black man. Black man power.
Okay.
When King Kong hits his chest, love it. It just does something to me. It's like, he the shit. This movie, you got two animals that ain't studying each other. But then you got the man in the office trying to figure how to tear shit up. So he created, what was his name?
Mecha Godzilla.
Mecha Godzilla. But the twist of this movie for me was the little girl, right? First of all, when I saw her sign and King Kong signed to her, oh my God, that right there, because I am in love with him, I was like, oh my God, my man can sign too. They gave King Kong something in this movie. They gave him a sword, right? What's the word I'm looking for?
It was an axe.
Cause King Kong, he fought like in a Dracula's perspective on this movie. He asked, like, just give me a movie of them fighting. If we'd had a little girl, what's her name?
I don't remember.
If we'd have had a little girl in the movie, like, it wouldn't have been a movie because it made King Kong relatable. Just like all the movies with King Kong, there's always a woman that makes him relatable, that shows an emotion, right? And he's a what is it? I don't have no man, so I can't think of it. You know, her being able to be the only one to communicate with him. I mean, isn't that how it is in real life? A lot of men just got like that one woman that can actually just really get to them, like talk to them and get them to open up and stuff like that. So there has to be other characters. There have to be some kind of storyline, or we're not gonna want to watch it. He ain't gonna want to watch it, so I don't know what he's talking about. And I am Ebony Sarah Louise Kelly. I got juicy mouth going on. Okay, you sweating like that? I mean, smoke them. I mean, he's so much bigger.
Hate me for saying this, but I feel as a man with a daughter who's genetically a daughter. If she had to compete against someone who identified as a girl, a woman, but is genetically a man, I'm gonna have a problem with that.
Yes.
Because my daughter's being robbed of an opportunity to compete in a fair arena. So my thing is, if this is what you want to do, let's have some trade-offs. This is how life works. If you are genetically a man and you identify as a woman, you still got to compete as a man, okay? And vice versa, so that things remain safe and fair. I don't know, just a suggestion. What y'all think?
Man, I mean, he's hit it right on the nose. He said his daughter would be robbed of an opportunity. Trans girls should not be able to play girl sports. Shouldn't be able to. I get opening the door, making sure this community feels like they're part of society. I get all that. But then what about our girls? What about what they're You have an 8th grader who's a girl who's really good at doing the hurdles. Trans girl comes in, bam. Before he came over, he probably was practicing, doing all these sports or whatever. Now he says he wants to be a girl. He identifies now as a trans girl. Now he goes into the girl sport, and now he goes and dominates. Everybody cheering for him. That's cool, yay. But what about the other girls who are now, like this gentleman said, robbed of an opportunity to be great and to compete on a fair level? Like he said, let's make it even. If you are a trans woman or a trans girl, if you are a man or a boy who identifies as a trans woman and a trans girl, you should still have to compete as a man or a boy. You still should be able to. Not should, no, fuck that shit. You must, you have to. That's just it. I'm glad I had that video because I saved that, because everything he's saying, I understand. And back to our girls not having a voice. You can't even complain about a trans girl in school. You know why? Because if you do, you a hater. You hate them. You know, you're being racist. You're not treating them fair. You're being a phobic. You're being a phobic. And all you got is a problem with your damn space. And you got to shut up from there. So how many other things are our girls not talking about because of this society, government, the media has it where you pretty much got to keep your damn mouth shut so you don't get in trouble. And let's not even talk about being in prison on these social media platforms when you start airing what you really feel. It's just messed up. I just hate it. I hate it. And I'm talking about it because I'm affected by it. I see it. I know a family who's going through this as far as being a girl genetically and having to feel disappointed because you're not getting a fair chance to compete in a sport that you've probably been loving since, out the womb. It's just really messed up. What's his name? Okay, Dwayne Wade's son. I don't know his name, but I'm telling you, I can't wait till his tell-all book come out. Let me tell you why. Because he is not happy. Have you seen the pictures? Like, you talking about if forced whatever, ... was a face or being, it would be him. I feel so bad for him because whatever it is that they doing, he ain't agreeing with it. He just going through the motions. And just like Macaulay Culkin, yeah. Just like when he got older, yeah, he started telling what really happened when he was yeah, I can't wait for that. I feel sorry for the young man because, first of all, because I feel like he's being made to be a girl. I'm not going to say he's being made to be a girl. I believe that it's being poured into him. It's around him. He's being coached. He's probably getting things in return to do what it is he's doing. So as a kid, whatever it is our parents are doing, we gonna be down for it because why, they're our parents. 2, we trust them. 3, sometimes no matter how you feel, you still gotta roll with your parents. And then you find out like 25 years later that you shouldn't have did it. Then you got a whole nother issue. So all I'm saying is that his tell-all book is gonna be good. I used to love Gabrielle Union. Let me tell you. First of all, I loved her role. She got a lot of stuff she played in. I'm not about to try to line all of them out. But in Bad Boys 2, I really liked her play that role because she played that like bad girl. I loved ED, Gabrielle Union. First of all, oh, it just hit me. First of all, she shouldn't even have no fucking rights to say anything or coach this kid in anything being a stepmother. 1. Then I understand it. Yeah, she came in, she became a mother, but he has a mother. I personally have met her a few times. And I just don't like how all this influence that Gabrielle has, it gets to just cover this boy all the time. And it's like, okay, I need a drink of wine.
So do you think she's the Jada Pinkett of the situation?
First of all, Jada Pinkett got her own lane and only she in it. So it's a lot to say about Jada Pinkett. I think Gabrielle Union and Jada Pinkett have some of the same qualities. And those qualities are, 1 is control. 2 is she's been given it for so long. I mean, it's just what they do. And then 3, that whole dominating like a black man. Like having the power to have these rich, multi-millionaire black actors and basketball players and sports, whatever. Entertainers. They have that in common. They have this control. It definitely looks like, first of all, when you look at Dwayne Wade, first of all, nothing about him says like, I can come up with a big idea. I'm saying, let's keep it real. So you know that this is all Gabrielle Union. Her influence and everything. I just seen an article on Charlize Theron. Great actress. I love her. But she adopted a black kid. And right in the media, like front page of some damn magazine, it says Charlize knew that her son wanted to be a girl at the age of 3. Are you fucking kidding me? 3. I mean, we ain't doing a lot of stuff at 3. We don't know a lot of stuff at 3. We know that? Nah, I don't believe it. But yeah, I think Gabrielle Union should repent of her sins. No, I'm just joking. I think Gabrielle Union, I think she should be held accountable. And I believe she will. Wait till this tell all book come out. Oh, because it's coming. Now, it may be something opposite. It may be the enjoyment of life and how everything is great. But I'm telling you, there's a tell-all book coming. I'm going to read it. Front page to back page.
Like, one thing I know about moms is that they hear everything. Like, they say, okay, like, imagine going to bed and they said, okay, like, turn off the TV and get off your iPad or your phone. And then after that, 5 seconds later, and like, well, before you were already on your phone and you still kept your phone on, and then 10 seconds later, you're back on your phone, and then your mom just comes back in a room right after she goes to her room. Like, if my mom, her room's kind of far away from my room, and like, she hears everything, which creeps me out, because I feel like I'm just being stalked. And one thing that I can't do is that if I'm in the car with my parents and my sister and my favorite song's on, I don't like to sing it, because my mom is just gonna be recording me while I'm singing the whole entire time. And then what I do is that I just like hide behind the seat that's in front of me. And the only times that I sing in front of people is just Mama Kelly, because she doesn't record me. That's it, yeah.
Bottom line, he was a musician. Hey, that's all he really wanted.
That's all he really wanted to be.
All that other bullshit was a kernel.
All that other bullshit was the Colonel. Elvis. Oh my God, Elvis. Growing up, I ain't like Elvis. Why? Probably because he was white. Just like white people hate black people, I ain't like Elvis, right? Wrong, right, whatever. Elvis was a drug addict.
The biggest one in my grid of the community was that he stole black people's music.
Oh!
That was the number one.
Yes! He stole black people's music. He married his cousin. Like, she wasn't even of age. What's the first thing I said?
They weren't accurate about that. That was Jerry Lee Lewis that married his cousin.
So it wasn't Elvis?
No, that was not. That was Jerry Lee Lewis. They did a whole movie about it called Great Balls of Fire.
Right. So we grew up learning a lot of these things, negative things about Elvis, and the main thing was stealing black people's music. All that movement, dun-dun-dun. It's just how we don't get the true story. Because he did remake black people's music, right? He acknowledged them. He said that it was their music. He didn't steal it. You know, it wasn't like that. Elvis paid respect to the black musicians that he grew up with. So we watched this movie and we watched Elvis, and OMG, I am his biggest fan. I had no idea that Elvis didn't travel the world. I knew he was always in Vegas, but I didn't know he was stuck in Vegas. It's like his manager took advantage of him and his parents from the beginning, didn't have a lawyer to sign, and everything that he was became everything that the manager needed, and this man was held hostage. Y'all was going out there looking to see Elvis in Las Vegas, not knowing this motherfucker was locked up in a hotel. He could only do shows in one hotel. Music. I just hate this time right now, because everything that I thought was true, and I was taught when I was younger, I am finding out in my 50s that all this bullshit was a lie. Like, you think about the Cosby Show. Or let's just think about just anything. Michael Jordan, Say the Last Dance. All this basketball we was watching, Scottie Pippen, Michael Jordan, all this, you know, on the TV. And then you find out that all this stuff was going on in the background. You find out all this stuff about staying woke, all this Illuminati. It's just so crazy how what we were taught, the cartoons. We were watching like sex in cartoons and we didn't even know it. It's just so crazy that what we were taught when we were younger, now that we're finding out wasn't the truth, and now we're finding out the truth. And watching Elvis is me finding out the truth about Elvis, and Elvis was not Black people, we need to do our research on Elvis and look into it our own eyes and not look into it as our parents who loved him only, but then as other black people that didn't like him because they thought he stole our music or they thought he married his younger cousin or whatever the hell. Ain't he probably the biggest musician that's like still bringing in like revenue in his death as far as like Graceland?
Yeah.
Like I want to go see Graceland.
Yeah, so do I, man.
I feel when that song he sung, what was it, like a couple of weeks before he died, when he sat at the piano, his eyes were like red. Man, he sung his heart out. And that's another thing about Elvis, what I love. Elvis didn't just take the music that was written for him and just sing. He was instrumental in the music, how the music was played, how the drums, the guitar, how when they came in, like he put a lot of order to his music. He was very instrumental into producing.
Gold. I kind of like,
You said nah.
it's like, well, I'm good at sleeping.
Okay.
And yeah.
Who are you?
Hey, I am Ebony. No. I am Ebony Sarah Louise Kelly.
What the hell?
Give me a chance. I am vibrant. I am enthusiastic. I am loud. I am the one you want to know. I am confident. I am sexy. I do phenomenal shit.
Talk that shit.
I am great. You looking at greatness.
Who are you?
Ebony Sarah Louise Kelly. Okay, this is what I wrote when I was taking my notes. In reference to Brittany Griner being the face, Brittany Griner being the representative for all trans women, stating that they should all be able to play a woman's sport, a biological woman's sport. And I was writing these notes. So this is what I said. What in the Joanna Man shit is happening here? And before I get started, if any women that has a natural born vagina disagree with especially black women, because we already are the low man on the totem pole, we really need to research and decide what side of the fence we are on, because we have to pick a side, because I'm tired of this shit. And I knew I said tired like that because I put like 8 R's. Yeah, I put... Man, when trans women come before black women, yeah, we got a problem.
That's it?
I think so. I kind of still went back and forth. Jonathan, you have to remember, crust has to be crunchy.
Joe.
Blackula.